Oh, here we go. Woo! Let's go. Alright. Took a minute to get that set up. Now let's make sure this is actually public. Hey guys. Alright. Wasn't sure it was actually working or not. Went through, changed everything in my system, so it was fun to go through and reprogram everything. Makina, Push, Johnny, 8WT. How'd it go, Johnny? Did you get it to work? I need to get more stuff to do the 256 mod myself. Again. That sucks, Johnny. Is it fragging after that, or is it X-Blast just showing fail? Iron fell asleep. Does it get to the point where it starts to test the 256 and then freeze? Or is it just freeze as soon as you try to do anything with it? Oh, wow. Okay. I guess the question is do you know for a fact that chips are good? The only reason I ask is I got a pile of chips over here that are completely toast. So it's kind of fresh on the memory, on the mind. Yeah, I don't know, man. I know when I did it, I just kind of popped them on and it just worked. But his were, you know, they were chips he done. He made himself, so. How's my volume, by the way? Sound okay? Hopefully it sounds okay. I don't know if it's loud enough. I don't think it is. Let me turn it up. That should help a little bit. Maybe. No? Let's see. What's maxed? What's up, Jason? Yeah, you sent me some of yours, Johnny. I need to get some flexes on order. I just haven't had the opportunity to really kind of dedicate any time to it. Between my 9-to-5 business job being pretty hectic right now, plus my side business, plus trying to work on this power supply, plus trying to have family time, you know, something's kind of have to give. I'm trying to make sure it's not my sanity. Music's a little high. There, that's 3 dB lower. Let me know how that is. Oop, that's a big old bridge. All right. See any bridging there. Did loose. Knock that cap loose a little bit. Yeah. Of course, I may not have done that looking at this other cap. It's a little crooked too. All right. These being all recycled RAM chips, kind of have to test them one by one. All right, and then I don't have D0 grounded yet. Ooh. Pop this off. I know sometimes this Aladdin chip doesn't have the best connection. Yeah, Aladdin didn't have a good connection. Learned the hard way, just because of frags, not to freak out. Alright, now I can work on that last chip. Come on, power off. There we go. We'll have to say, it's nice being able to do tests like that without accidentally electrocuting yourself. Man, I'm watching back my feed and is it so laggy? Probably because I'm doing YouTube HLS versus RTMP. Alright, now, I know one of these chips are bad. I have no idea which one of these chips are bad. So, one at a time, I guess. Let's see here. What am I doing? What am I doing? on. I had to actually put all 4 of these RAM chips down onto this board already. Got a little cocky. Didn't bother testing between each one. Didn't know which one it was, so I just pulled them all off. Grabbed another set, and here we are. Come on. Yeah, there's good alignment. Get that pin back down where it's supposed to be. Bridge is fine for now. I know I use way more flux than needed, but makes life a lot easier. Oh, that's what's missing. Fume extraction. What the? Oh. Saw something black moving across my screen. Started freaking out thinking it was a bug. No, my wire on from my soldering iron was dragging my mouse. And it looks like I tombstoned that capacitor. Let's get this real quick. Which reminds me, where's he at? There he is. He's hiding. There. No, you can't even see it still. Put it right there. No bridges. Alright, cool. Let's take a look at this capacitor. I'll have to do. we go. Check for bridges. Don't see any. All right. Now, let's see if this is a good chip or a bad chip. First off, I'm just trying to see if it'll even boot. If it boots, I'll power it off and... Alright, it runs. Good. Let's turn it off, hook everything else up. Welcome to my messy desk. Make yourself at home. Zero. $28. Oh no. Hush you. It is to the right Xbox. Mr. Pooter Booster. Alright. Flexy fingers. Should be wearing gloves. Alright, so next up. One Xenium chip. Pardon me. One Xenium chip. Xenium, tomato. All else fails, blame Makina. Kind of put some of the shit away here as I use it. Well, Mr. Buta, I only have one left. Already used the other. But let's see. I have a 1 gigahertz off of a slot 1. Actually, there should be another one. That's off the slot 2. That one doesn't boot. Here's the other one. So I do have two 1 gigahertz I could do. Need to get what size? Not what size, what there's a capacitor I'm missing to build the interposer boards. Well, you know, we all know Sean's not the most intelligent. Okay. We love them. Though, I will say, Mr. Butcher, I've been up to some shenanigans, if that gives you a clue down here. So, I now know that it's one of these 3 chips that are not good. Puts me in a very interesting situation. So I pulled those off of a board that I had marked for parts, because it would stop booting. It just fragged. The question is the RAM the reason why it was fragging? Oh, so Red Overlord and I have been kind of going back and forth on that for a while, on taking the GPU, taking the B GPU, and putting it onto a lower rev board. Red has his board off, well, one of his boards off to make megahertz. I think he's working on something, trying to get it to work. There is... The thing is the newer GPUs use software straps, where the older ones used hardware straps. And I think that's kind of the problem. The newer GPUs will work on the older boards, but you don't have any actual 3D rendering abilities. It'll just hard crash. And I think that has something to do with the fact that the strapping's missing to configure the GPU. I won't guarantee it. But it's also possible that the newer GPU can also look at the hardware straps and configure itself for that. So, I don't know. I'm not a software guy. Once I see one Makina, I will. That stupid capacitor. Alright. Oh, let's see here. Where'd I put that stuff? Here it is. What's up, Chris? Cheers. Oh, no, let me go back in here. General. Boot 0 miscellaneous RTC enable today is 8th June. The only thing I don't like about this part of the software is you gotta de-increment each year, or decrement each year, one by one. And it starts at 2099. 6, 7, 8, 1800, 22. Why am I doing this? I don't even have a damn battery in here. That's useless. Alright. So this one's ready. Andrew Cam never made it to the camera. Jeez. Well, see if we fix that, huh? Put it there. Oh, that's a terrible shot. There we go. Now you can see my ugly mug. You feel better, Ace? Did that make you feel better? Now you can't eat. Well, after seeing this, you can't either, so. And yes, for those who've noticed, my shirt has an Xbox. That was not planned. Alright. Well, this has got to move back, so. Sorry. It's in my way. I need a better place to put the camera, and I don't have that place right now. Alright, let's see here. Turn this off. Did I press the power button? Yeah. This being a 1.0, it's got that weird... I need to check the tracer out. Let's see here. Okay. This one should be ready. Not really. Not really camera shy, just I got a limited space to work with, and family walks in the background and they don't want to be on stream, so I do want to be respectful of that. And if not, I'm pretty sure my wife may kill me in my sleep. Can't work on Xboxes if that's the case. Alright, so that's done, that's done. Caps are done. Through the ultrasonic, and that one's ready. What was the story on this one? Oh, yes. Hey, Red. I was just talking about you the other day. Or just a few minutes ago, actually. Nevin. I've been up to some shenanigans down here into the corner to give you a clue. Alright, I'm going to put a different Xenium chip on this one. Tweezers. Nothing bad. Nothing bad, good friend. Nothing bad. Unless your name was Sean. I like my stack of stuff. No, bad beer. Don't spill. I mean, to be fair, Red, I swapped a GPU around the first time you mentioned something to me, and then when you brought it back up, it was like, you know what, let's do that again. That was fun. I hadn't done any BGA for a while, and it's like, I was kind of itching to do it. There we go. Nice, clean solder joint. And before I forget, let's pop off these heat sinks. This may still have enough heat in it. There we go. It was still warm. Drop that bracket. Oh well. there. Yeah, do I want to do that one next? I don't know if I do or not. And then I got a mystery board over here. Actually, I got a lot of mystery boards. A lot of things I've been working with. I got one that freezes as soon as you try to initialize a game, which I think is a bad GPU, which is kind of weird because it's a 1.2. Got a... Well, where's that board at? This one, I designated it parts. But after I pulled the RAM chips off, I noticed one of the RAM chips is bad. So I may put this one off to the side. See if I want to slap some new RAM chips on it, see if that makes any difference. The other problem is has no IDE out, verified all the traces. So I swapped the MCPX out, and then it fragged. So I thought I screwed that up. Tried another MCPX, that didn't work either. Tried another MCPX, that didn't work, so I was pretty confident at that time I killed the board. But apparently one of the RAM chips is bad. I keep repeating myself. Put this in the board pile. One day when I'm bored, I'll work on it. I did not die, Nevin, no. I get to this, sorry, Red. I have the same GPU what's the word I'm looking for? Sucks when English isn't your first language. Results that you did. You know, it would boot Cromwell, it would boot some other chips. I never tried the Linux. Thought about it, that's why I suggested it. But yeah, I really should try that someday. But anyway, screw it. Oh. This one, I think, I swear this was brand new. Looks so new. This power supply. I need this power supply. This one I have already cyclo-modded. Oh, I shorted out my power supply. My book. Or is this the one I blew up the transistor? I really should start taking notes of things. Well, if I didn't blow that transistor out now, I may have just spilling all that crap all over it. Okay, I got standby. Oh, I just wasn't pressing the button hard enough, apparently. Whatever. You have to match the MCPX from what they originally came from. I did not know that. Interesting. Alright. It feels really weird being able to flash this chip now. I I did not know that. It's good to know. I may have to swap the MCPX over. Now that's going to be difficult though. How would that work with the 1.0s? Because I know their MCPX has that USB bug. Of course, I wonder if maybe you could just change out the headers. I haven't tried that before. Just changing the headers out to the regular JST headers, so that way you can just get rid of the daughter board altogether. I wonder if that would work. You know if anybody's tried that or not. Alright. Go. Pull some RAM off that came off of a failed 1.6 upgrade. Looks like pretty good alignment. Let's get that pin off of there. Get both. Go away. Got it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Red. I mean, I think they just changed the header and then put on that daughter board to kind of work around the issue. I don't know what the exact details of the bug was, but I don't know. I call it a bug because that's how it was referred to me as. Place. Way too much flux, but I don't care. Oof. Beer burp. Come on. Get that last little bridge out of there. Oh, I had it for a second. There we go. Let's fix that pin. Can I fix that pin or did I screw it over? That one off to the side. Can I get underneath of it? There we go. Oh, don't fucking do that to me. Yeah, let's just drop my entire tray of tools. Nice. Now, if this chip doesn't pass testing, we know which pin to check. Chip. Hey, Tom. Get off me. Stupid bug. Fly. Sure, that brings up with solder nice far up there. It's this one. HR! Oh, what is that? Is it just solder or... Come on. There you go. Yeah, I see the bridges. Come on. Stick to the iron. There you go. And you down here. Well, catch you later, Red. Cheers. I think it was a little bit more difficult to get to. I did, Chris. I got about half of them unloaded in my basement now. Kind of surprised me because that place had shut down long before I even moved into this area. Already checked those. Alright, no frag. No, you can't see the bite, but it's there. You could say that, Chris, yes. Most of them are... Oh, here. I'm gonna grab the power supply. Get that off. This was the power supply from the quote-unquote clean console. They are just filthy messes, man. Just absolutely filthy. It's gonna take me some time to get those processed. E.T. Alright, next RAM. No, those are the bad RAM chips. Which one do I want? I want this one. Yeah, well, you should have seen the outside of those consoles, man. Some of the shells I'm not even attempting to clean up. Ah. Come on. In there. I had it lined up and then I shoned it up. It's the problem with using these chips that are salvaged. The legs are bent already and they want to slide in between the existing legs. Sounds kinky. I'm kind of jealous. There. Get that. That first one just kind of dropped right on compared to this. If I use two tweezers, control the rate, control how it settles down. Don't bend, don't move like that. I didn't think that was going to work, but it looks like it did. No, Yaki, apparently they're from a game shop that used to be here long ago. Take those down. Okay. Looks fine. I'm doing this the hard way without removing the heat sinks. Come on. Get my little monitor screen out of the way there. Come on, there's plenty of room for you to come down this way. There you go. No, I'm way over here. Or solder on this one. Oh well. Oh, I see that bridge. There we go. Oh yeah, I've done this a few times without a scope DT. I wouldn't say it was fun. And again, I keep forgetting my fume extraction. Go. No bridges. Yeah, I've done it without scopes, but it's just not fun, man. Spend more time double checking everything, making sure I didn't miss anything. Nine times out of 10 I did. Sure there's no hidden bridges. That's why I go over it so many times, just to make sure I got all the flux that's hiding. Alright, let's make sure this boots, and if it boots, let's get the CS lines ran. Here. All right. Let's get our CS lines. I feel like red? Nah, I feel like blue. Let's go blue. That's not warm enough. Set the air to 100°C. more than enough. Yep, came right off. Alright, if I remember correctly, and I highly doubt I do, so I'm going to go double check. Oh no. Cyclomod, I know it's in my bookmarks here somewhere. Oh look, the images are refusing to load. How nice. Alright, so I think I got that saved. Let's see here. Sorted. That's where the trace fix boards. Here it is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bank 3, Bank 4. Alright. Or 2. My bad. So we want... Where are you at? You're clear up there. We need to go down this way. That one. Load it up. Plenty of flux. Strip back the wire. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Wife was discussing dinner plans. Tin my wire. power supply. Oh, where did I put that? Where did it go? Where did it go? All right, here it is. Put that in. Put that in. Got my power. Let's see here. This connector's messed up. Move my power supply off to the side and I short out the inputs. There it goes. Alright, let's check to see if that one stick of RAM's working. It looks to be. Frankie time. I've done a Frankie. No. I do not like Frankies. Alright, and then there's our next victim. E.T., have you used your power supply yet? And for the record, my power supply is pseudo available to the public. I'm not putting it on the front page of my shop or sharing the link to publicly right now, just only because I want to moderate how many people can get them, just so that way I can keep ahead of inventory, because I got to test each one individually. Can't even see what I'm doing. Test each one individually and make sure it works. And if something does go wrong, you know, I'm not having to do a whole crap load of them at once. It's easier to manage that way. That on. Should just unplug them. Oh! That's not good. I was hoping that would have glitched out again. Oh, it failed. Indeed, Chris. Indeed. All right. Something like that. Save myself a little trouble. Still building a few of them. I'm working on a new revision, changing out the electrolytics for the Pi filter to go to polys. I got custom made cables and connectors, though the 1.0, 1.1 straight 12, those won't be in until later this month. But 1.2 and 1.6 should be all good to go. Yeah. This is one fully assembled, brand new wire harness, brand new hard drive connector. Changed a couple of things up. Went with nylon connectors here, so that way this has a little bit of give and move, because I found out some of the shells, the plastic kind of distorted, so yeah. I have noticed lower ambient temperatures, yes. Not so much CPU temperatures, but those pretty much remain the same. See if we got a loose pin here somewhere. Actually, let's just do it this way. Well, before I go too much further, let me make sure I got the right... Yeah, I did get the right point. Check the simple things, you know? Let's disconnect that. Oh, there's a big old blob of solder I put on there. Let's clean up flux out of here. Can't really tell if you got a loose pin with all the flux. I found out it would give you a lot of falses. And as soon as, you know, I get the initial R&D cost back out, I'll upload everything as open source. I'll actually upload the newer version as open source. that's the wrong chip. I want this chip. Check for loose pins. I remember raking the pins on the first chip. I don't remember doing it on the second, so... This is the tedious part about these 1.6s. Like that one. Well, that's a pretty important one. That's a power pin. Or ground. Oh, still power. That'll be an easy one to remember. We'll come back to that in a minute. That one's loose. That one's loose. That's loose. Did I, like, miss this entire section? No, that one's good. That's loose. 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 Alright. Easy enough to fix. Nope. Go. Get off the extra solder. Check these again. Yeah, those are well fixed now. Thought that one moved for a minute. Those loose pins definitely would have been causing the problem. Let's see here. Alright, those are all good. Those are all fine. Position it so I can see. There's a loose one. Two loose. These two are loose. Alright. Let's slam some flux in there. Tiny bit of solder onto my tip. Need to get a new BCM2 tip. This one has seen its better days. It's practically just a plain hoof tip right now. Or not even hoof. The little concave section that's supposed to hold solder in is gone. There we go. Attach our chip select. Hey, there we go. That's a lot better. Cool. On to the next. The fun alignment parts again. Actually, what I need to do is window projector, minimize that, stick it in the corner like that so I can actually see better and not have my scope blocking half of my vision. Doesn't feel right. Got going on. Alright, and I'm back. Daughter was asking me when we can play some Roblox. That's definitely going to stick down there. Alright. Stack looks good. Feels funny though. This one I accidentally damaged the CS line. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and drill that out a little bit better. Yeah, that's better contact than what I had before. Cool, cool. Alright. Flux all the way around. Super zoomed in. Makes it really easy. One thing I like to see as I do this is make sure flux gets all the way to the top of the pin. Not flux, but solder gets all the way to the top of the pins. Come on. There we go. All the way up there. That. Oop, bridge. Let's get that out of there. forgot to rake this side. Yep, alright. I can't move the board down any further. Go. Let's get this bridge out of here. Bridge. Ooh, that's a bent pin. Let's get these bridges out of here and go after that bent pin. Almost took that cap out too. Come on. Actually, before I go with those, is this a small tip? No. Chat got very quiet. Probably Makina's fault. Come on, there we go. At least Makina's still here. Oh, I didn't rake those. Alright, well, sound okay, look okay. Let's see here. Go. Used a crap load of flux, but whatever. And if memory serves, hey, let's not burn our fingers with a soldering iron. Memory serves, it's this one. Let's double check. Yep, it's that one. Butterfingers going on. Ouch! Oh, that hurt. Not only did that hurt, but I literally ripped my wire. It's too short now. Now they're hurt like hell. Shit. Ow. All right. Slop up some flux onto my wire here. Pre-tin it. Let's actually get that jacket all the way back. Flux it up again. That's not a very good joint, but for now, just want to yeah, like I said, that's a pretty bad joint. It already came off. Beer burp. Come on. Got so much burnt flux in there, I can't see anything. Why do you keep moving? What is pulling you over that way? Terrible. Terrible. Absolutely junked. Clean it. Try again. keep going down towards the side like that. Alright. Yeah, apparently so, E.T. Or Makina, sorry. Got distracted with E.T. posting a picture of his actual face there right above you. And that is a cold solder jump. There we go. Much better. Alright, let's see if that actually works. No, do not launch OBS again. Sure why you're trying to launch OBS again, but okay. Add on. Good, no frag. And it tests good after all that, surprisingly. Just one left to do. I need to come up with a quick connect board just to plug in, plug out. Maybe someday. Pardon me. Effort up these pins, didn't I? Looks like Booter's been chewing on this. Even little hot sauce remnants. There we go. I'll have to pay particular attention to that side. Oh, that went on real easy. Mucho gracias, Mikimasa. Let's see here, I'll tack these down and then swap my tip back out. Tip's good for getting the individual pins, but it takes forever. Already take long enough. Yeah, that's not too much, right? Let's get these tacked down. This pin straightened out. And let's grab our troublesome pins. Let's get these straightened out. Looks like my alignment wasn't 100%, but I do. That down. It's a little warm. All right. A little bit of orange wire came out of my air hose. Clean the tip. Nobody likes a dirty tip. So those still watching, what do you guys think about the Switch 2? I personally am not going to be getting one. It's just too damn expensive. Don't like the idea of not actually owning the stuff. Especially for that amount. I mean, if it was just like, oh, $100, You know, and we had these stipulations in here. I could live with that. I'd be happy with that. But not at that price point. Increase the cost of gaming. Yeah, I can. That doesn't bother me. Prices of games really kind of not kept up with inflation, so that doesn't surprise me, unfortunately. Hardware cost is just too much. Too many stipulations. I hate to say it, but all Nintendo's did is make it so I want to crack the device even more. See, we have the first gens, the launch version of the Switch, and we like it, we love it, we play a lot. You know, it's not modified or anything like that. And never had the need or desire to. Something went wrong with it. I knew how to fix it. I knew how to repair it. You know, I had no fear in repairing it. Switch 2 and their approach of everything, and their whole, oh, we'll brick your Switch. Okay, I mean, I can understand. I mean, I understand the reasoning behind that. However, there has been situations where people have been incorrectly banned from online play because they were assumed to be modified consoles and weren't. How's that going to handle? Not so much of a thing anymore, but I remember it happening in the past. Happened to me. Not on Nintendo's platform, but happens to one, can happen to any. Saying they shouldn't do what they're doing. Just saying I don't agree with the manner. Or approach. I guess the approach would be a more appropriate description. Adjective. Then this one I always struggle to remember which point I need to go back. Got it. Alright. What I need is to find our CPU caps. There we go. It looks dirty. Better. Get that flowing down in there nicely. Surprised I haven't seen Sean. Sean must be busy helping Jason pick out his furry suit. Yeah, Sean with a misses? I don't know if I'd believe that, Makina. Don't know if I'd believe that. What do you think, man? Think she's gonna boot right away, or you think I messed something up? Bridge, loose pin, anything like that? Up there, that off to the side. Power supply. Hey, it boots up. Oh, only 64. Gotta go back and check that sticker RAM. To make sure it's that one that actually fails. Yep, same one. Gotta have a loose pin somewhere. Yeah, let go. Oh yeah, always impossible to tell, Makina. Not impossible, but difficult. So what I'm gonna do is remove our chip select line. Give everything a good spray. And a good scrub. Get some bristles down in there. There we go, now I can see. See, I see the same thing you guys see. So when I have like my little screen thing up there, or I can't point to it, but yeah, the thing in the upper right hand corner, if that's covering up what I'm doing, I can't see it. Those look pretty good. Question whether or not that chip select line was actually attached properly or not, so. It's always kind of cool to see the flux get blown out of there. All right. Check our pins. Check, check. Did that move? Screen was just tearing. Alright, those are all good. Those are all good. Oh. I was like, why is this fighting me and moving? the AV connector still attached. I can't tell if that was flux or solder ball I just pushed under there. It's just flux. Pretty sure anyways. Try stabbing it. Sounds like a good troubleshooting step. If you don't know, stab it. Yeah, flux bubble. Alright. One side left. Oh, that one's loose. Which is kind of surprising, it being the corner pin that I tacked down. That one's loose. That one's very loose. That one's also loose. Loose. 3 loose ones in a row. Alright. Hopefully I got enough flux there to tack them in place. Which 3 was it again? I know this one. This one too? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, 4? 2, 3, 4. Alright. Yeah, not enough. Scalp itching. Alright, let's touch this one up over here. Okay. Wrong RAM chip. Not even the right one. There we go. Just trim this back a little bit. Oh. There we go. Still feels so weird having XBlast loaded directly on. Hey, look at that. It says 128. Woohoo! All right. Now I need a header. All right. Be right back. Gotta grab it. Well, to be fair, ET, that's a pretty low bar. And here's a trick for anybody that's soldering in pin headers or the LPC rebuilds. See, everybody struggle to get this in and hold the thing up in, and all the wrong way, man. Use the pin header, hold it in place, then solder in the rebuild. Let's start with you. Actually, we're going to start with this one. Tack that in. That didn't tack, actually. There we go. That's in place. Let's go back over here and actually get this to... There we go. Now we can remove this. Put that in place. That one in place. That one. And that one. Let's see here. That's all good. Then come on. There we go. Didn't have enough solder. It's kind of hard to do it on camera. It's a lot easier not doing on cam. It's also a common mistake I see people do is not solder in the full pin header. Yeah, you don't need the full pin header, but you need pretty close to all of it. The only one you don't need is this one. Just throw some flux down in there. There. Yeah, same one. It's just modified so it has a RTC chip on it. And technically L frame, not D0, but tomato, tomato. Quick visual inspection. Looks good. Oh, where am I? Oh, I'm way... There we go. Bulk of everything out of there. All right. Yep, that looks fantastic. Off Ace's thingamajiggy. Pin headers in. I need to make open xeniums. I'm running low. Das Butter. He's not here still, is he? He probably left. Das Butter. I want to open xenium stuff, yeah. Had to double check to make sure that was the right power supply. I got like 8 of them over here in various stages of being built and development. I am working on another revision that has like the components pulled all the way back to here. So, I don't know, about an inch less footprint. Changed up some of the capacitor layout. He usually says hi and then bounces, which is fine. General boot. Oh, that's better. Yeah, much better. Oh. Whew. Toasty CPU. Well, it is a 1.6, so that's expected. Motherboard reads really high too. Again, a 1.6. I always forget that. I always forget. Alright. These are slated for ultrasonic. Come on. There we go. Caps, RAM, Cyclomod, Xenium, XRTC, ready to go. of scratched that one up a little bit, but oh well. Let's clean that one. These are also going to go to an ultrasonic bath. Come on. Stop getting hung up on there. Ooh, these are warm. Soldering iron's been on all day. Tips for doing a USB-C removal. Well, what I would do in that case, Nevin, is you can use low melt, but there's downsides to using low melt. With low melt, it can compromise the strength of your joint if you don't clean it all up. Low melt's very brittle. That's why we don't use it all the time. Just for like regular solder, because it's mostly bismuth, and nothing's wrong with bismuth. But it's brittle, so you end up with cold joints. Even if you have just a minute amount left behind, you've got to clean it all up. If it's easy to clean up, then go for it. Be my guest. If not, and you want to make sure you only get, you can grab one of my I don't have a good, is this a good example board? No. Not the best example board, but let's say on this USB-C connector, let's say I had a whole bunch of components right here that I wanted to protect. Just take some Kapton tape over it. But it won't prevent it from melting, but what it'll do is hold the components in place, so once the board cools back down, they lock back into place. Yeah, that should be fine, Nevin, if you do it that way. Where'd I put my scraper? Anybody pay attention to where I put my scraper? This isn't it. It's not it. Various little pry thingies. Ah, there it is. Yeah. Thanks, Nevin. I knew I made you a mod for a reason. Real helpful. All right. Get those ready to run through the ultrasonic later. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot with that board. I'm being told that food is here, so give me a hot minute, guys. Trying to figure out what I want to do next. Running low on open xeniums, I could make some of those. I'd definitely clean up my mess. What's up, Chris? Alright, let's take a look at this, Nevin. That I would use low melt and tape to protect all that. And you're not kidding, there's a lot of LEDs there. Holy crap. What is that even for? Hey, Jay. Ah. Okay, random, but whatever. Everybody's messaging me now. All right. Guess while I wait, I can start putting connectors on some PXUs actually. Well, I'm not sure if you heard that or not, but I just spilled 250 of these across the floor. I know, Nevin. Same thing happens to me all the time. Watching somebody else on here Discord and I go jumping over. Let's use one. No, not this one. I don't have this memorized yet. There we go. Kind of aligns me. See if I can do this without getting pizza sauce on it. If I do, it's not a big deal. I still got to run it through the ultrasonic machine. Can't tell you how boring and tedious of a thing this is. I got those two switched, but they're both 5 volts, so I'm not too worried about it. Big one is making sure I don't accidentally put a 12 volt at a 5 or a 5 on a ground. It wouldn't boot, but or even power on, because the voltage checks would prevent it. There we go. Yeah, I'm all gonna do with those. That's not very fun, and I'm not eating my pizza. I want to eat my pizza and get it done and over with. I was just ignoring it, Booter. I like to eat right now. I wasn't going to feed any trolls. Alright, I think after I'm done eating this, I'm going to work on Xenium chips. I appreciate that, Booter. I do. Pretzel stuffed crust. Who doesn't love pizza, pretzels, and cheese? All right. I need to hire somebody just to sit there and pin these connectors. Look. I got a few of them. Got a few of those. Oh yes, definitely. Like all good things in life, best in moderation. These need to go in the ultrasonic pile. This needs to go in the bins. A little bit of reflux now. Mr. Booter, since you're back, I want your open Xenium stuffs. Unless you plan on making them again, then obviously I don't want them then. Because I don't want to take the stuff from you if you're going to use it. Need to find out which one of these chips are bad. See here, LPC boards. There's 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Probably 50 of them there. Problem is Nevin, is you're too far away. And the whole customs thing. Need to get more of those ordered. Getting low. This stuff's only getting harder too to source. Let's see what I got here. C1, C2, R5s. These are leftovers from C4s. Boom. No, the prices aren't out of control. It's just more work than they were before. I can still get them, but I'm just trying to see what other options there are out there. Oh, it's the silica. It's like, what's rattling? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you're 100% right, Nevin. I mean, these are kind of going on the wayside because everybody's switching over to the RP 2040s, which use these boards. And you just solder the board onto here and plug it in, essentially. Actually, I need to get that off to Johnny. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 will hold me for a little bit. At least get me to the end of the month. Actually, that'll get me for a couple of months. Let's see here. We can drop that. That's nice. Apparently that was on. Use this more of a clamp than anything else. Alright. Can't get my scope to go up any higher. Oh wait, yeah I can. There we go. It's a lot better. Still close, but not stupidly close. Sorry about that. Oh, some delicious apples. Okay. Yeah, Booter, if you ever do decide to let him go, let me know. I'm probably going to end up switching to the mod show stuff here soon anyways. Go. But like I said, I don't want to take him if you got plans for him. You're still there, Booter. What games you been playing? I think I know what you've been playing, but I think you mentioned it on your stream Friday. Nice. Yeah, I've used a stencil. I have a stencil. The amount of time it takes me to get the stencil out, get everything prepped to use the stencil, make sure my paste is actually flowing all right and all that stuff. This is just fine. The only difference is the difference comes when you're populating. With the stencil, you can populate all the components with the board cold. This method, you kind of do it when it's hot. Like, I don't even have the hot plate on right now. At least I sure as hell hope not. The problem I've had with the stencil is it's definitely easier to do cold, to put all the components down, but the amount of cleanup I gotta do, I'm usually having to go back through anyways. Come on, there we go. To clean stuff up, which I gotta do anyways with the chips, with the CPLDs. Yeah, I saw no real benefit. And I had problems with stencil getting solder on the backside of the CPLD pads, and then I'm tracing down shorts and other stuff. I really should change my tip. This is not an ideal tip. Like for the LED here, I struggled to make sure I was getting all 4 pads with the stencil. Oh, yeah. I need to clean the solder tip. So why is it plugged in? Because I'm going to use it. I'm just preloading the... This is kind of like if I were to take the solder paste and apply the solder down so I can put the pads or components on. What I'm going to do is once I have all these preloaded with solder, put this back on here, start heating it up, and start dropping my components on. Oh, where'd I put the soldering tips? Here we are. Do. Alright, I'm not going to do all of these tonight. I'll be here till like 3 o'clock in the morning. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's half of them. I can live with that. Start getting that warmed up. C4, R5, C1, 2. Almost set my wrist down on that because it is now heating up. I set this plate to, what did I set it to? 250. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be nice, that's for sure. This plate's nice, but it takes a while. Two, three, four. Get off of this paper. 6, 7. Okay. Just trying to get my components ready. All right. Don't know why. Well, I do know why. Because family genetics suck. But now I'm all shaky after eating. Oh, just yeeted that capacitor out. I am missing... I'm missing R1 through 4. Because I have them on the spool. And now I got sticky tweezers. Yay. Yeah, you're 100% right, Booter. It is difficult. I try to set it up so... I'm not sure why that just yeeted over there. I can rest my palms on the corner of my desk, so it doesn't help that my scope is literally in my line of sight. Once I kind of get into the groove of it, though, it goes quite quickly. This is a Mechanic iX5 Ultra. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Get the capacitor down here. Gonna need to try to lower the temperature because I'm just burning my flux. Oh yes, many times, Nevin. All right. Some fresh flux there. Another thing I've done, Nevin, is just set this down to about 230 versus 250. The other thing I've done is, as I set down the on the chip, set the chip down, solder's still molten, and accidentally drop them all off. Come on. Whew, that was warm. This would work a lot better if I was left-handed. Or still ambidextrous. Let's actually try that a little bit. Let's try switching hands. Transistors are the hardest part. Just get them on there and then position them. Come on. It's kind of cool because I can actually get these LEDs to light up a little bit from the inductance of the heat plate. Come on. Too far over. LEDs I have are not the perfect footprint. But they work, and they work quite well. You can ask Booter, they're bright enough. Can't tell you how many times I want to like touch it to manually move everything into place. Strongly advised, not a good idea. Hey kid. What's up, horny? Video. Oh, did I drop out? Oh, gee. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, the reason I have it set to like so high, Booter, was not because that's the temp it needed. I need to flow stuff on, because that's the temperature that this hot plate reports. Its temperature reading is all over the place. You know, it's not really that hot, because if I drop it too much lower, it won't ever melt the solder. It just where I found that I had to set it. And the other thing is like if the board is warped any, like the PCB's warped any, and it's not making a good enough contact to the hot plate, you got to increase the temperature a little bit to get it to heat up properly. Ideally, you just don't use a warped PCB, but can't always. Come on. And that's backwards. They're upside down. There we go. Fresh flux. No, that doesn't work, LED. There we go. Ah! I just accidentally swiped it off. There we go. Yeah, I know. Macho's all the rage, but you know what? People still like the Open Xenium too, so... Evan, good job on the USB-C port. There we go. Cool. Didn't think I was going to get it to roll over like that. Oh, come on. Must you fight me? Let's see here. Ooh, hot. You little worm. See if I can clear that via out real quick. The through hole. Or just clear the components clear off the board. That works too, I guess. I don't know where C2 went, but put another C2 there. There we go. Yeah, the next time if there's a next time for these open xeniums, it'll be PCBA. At least for these smaller components. I need to sit up straight. Nobody saw me use my finger to straighten that board. However you want to play it, man. Just get in your spot. I just yeeted that capacitor out to oblivion. And not the remake. No. Get back. Get back. Sticky tweezers. I hate sticky tweezers. Too lazy to clean them. So I must not hate them enough. More than I care to admit, Nevin. What time is it? Oh, almost 9. Promised the kid we'd play some Roblox tonight, so I may have to cut it off here shortly. Whoa, what happened there? Come on, go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean the tweezers here. Peter's getting all upset for some reason. Getting all stuttery. How's it for you guys? Is it still smooth or glitching? I may go back eventually, Nevin. It's not that I haven't wanted to, it's just life gets in the way, man. You know. Where this is a hobby, passion thing. You know, I can only get to it when I can get to it. Trust me, I'd love to do a lot more. But I can't you know, derelict my duties. It's not like I get to run a game shop. And to be honest, not anybody can. Not everybody can. I don't have the type of patience for that. I don't have... I struggle with customer support. Let's put it that way. Customer service. Takes a lot of effort for me to go, hey. It takes a lot of effort for me not to go, hey, dumbass. Like just right there, hey, dumbass, you just touched the fucking hot plate. And it hurt. What did you expect? Anyway. Point of that is mad respect to those who can. This is getting boring real quick, isn't it? What the hell is that? Looks organic. Like a leaf or something. Huh. Alright. Oh. Let's see here. Get in there. Alright, one left. Oh, let's actually get these into position. Come on. Alright, I think that's climbed up there. Doesn't look like the solder went all the way up the side of the capacitor. Yeah, my customer service mannerisms would be a lot more like Red Foreman from That 70s Show. Not that I couldn't put a face on and do customer service. Did it for 5 years, but at the end of that 5-year tenure, man, I was losing my sanity. See if that little blob of solder actually flows in. Yeah, it did. Good. Oh, I'm short an LED. Probably that one I went sending flying to oblivion. I think I sent one flying to oblivion earlier. Can't remember. Alright, there we go. Off. Let's see here, I probably have another 30 I can do, or another 20, I should say. Should be good on LEDs for a little bit. Ziploc bag's a little fucked up. Alright. There, that goes there. Got more of these capacitors than I know what to do with, but I'm not going to waste them. Actually, turn that back on. Drop that onto there. Need to get one of those tote thingies, bin things. One like Booter has. Not the most efficient, but you know what? It works. That's all I need it to do. And then this chip. Let's go back to this. Get rid of that. There, now cool that down. Oh, smacked my lights. Now they're all wobbly. All right, folks. Gonna call it a night. I got things to do. I will catch you all later. He should be streaming by now. I'm assuming